Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe. You're not going to want to miss any of my videos. I'll be posting a new one every week with a brand new topic. So let's jump right into it today. Today I want to go over the very first few steps of becoming a real estate agent, and step number one is choosing a school. I chose to go to IFREC, which is here in Orlando. I chose an 8-week program because it offered evening classes and I worked a full-time job. They also offered online courses, and I'm sure as you do your research, you'll find schools that offer lots of different options. Also, something that will vary from school to school is the cost. When I went to IFREC, the cost was $500. That included the textbook, but it did not include any of the extra steps that you have to pay for as you go. Step number two, after you've gone through the course and you've taken your course exam, is to get fingerprinted. The state's gonna need this as a part of your application. This will also vary in cost, and I don't remember exactly what it cost me when I did it, but I believe it was around $50. Step number three is gonna be applying to the state. So you're going to submit your fingerprints, you're going to fill out an application. The cost of that application is roughly $90. And then step number four is going to be taking the state exam, which cost $40. I had to take it twice, so I had to pay for it twice, and that's because I did not pass the first time. Don't feel bad if you don't pass the first time. You'll get it. Just keep studying and eventually you'll pass. Step number five is choosing a brokerage. I'm going to create a separate video about a brokerage because that's a very big topic, and there's so many things that I learned when I was going through that process that I want to share with you. But the main thing I want to talk about is once you do choose a brokerage, what the upfront costs are. And the upfront costs include your MLS fees and your Realtor Association dues. Depending on when you join will depend on the price, because you have to pay for those dues and fees every single year as you're a realtor. And so, for example, we're in the end of July right now. If you were to join next month in August, the amount due would be a little over $1,500. So all in all, your total investment up front to get started is over $2,000. I was not prepared for those Realtor Association dues, and I was not prepared for the MLS fees. So it's quite a bit of money, so I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you. The other thing that I really wanted to emphasize on in your steps of getting started, and maybe this is actually step one, but you should be marketing and networking now, before you even get your license. You probably have a job right now. Maybe it's a 9-to-5, maybe it's something more flexible. I waited tables. I was a waitress at First Watch in Maitland. And I was always telling my coworkers, my managers, when customers would ask if I was in school, I would tell them that I was in school to be a real estate agent, and if in the future they were going to buy a house or they wanted to sell, to call me. And I didn't wait to have fancy business cards or anything. I started telling people right away, and I'm really glad that I did, because from the time I went to school and from the time I actually got my license, a year went by. Personal choice, you could get your license within a few weeks. And during that year, that's all I did was tell people that I was becoming a realtor. So that should be your number one thing. You have to tell all of your family, all of your friends, everybody you work with, and then you need to ask all of them to tell every single person that they know, and keep doing it over and over again. Put it on your social media, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever platform you use the most, and spread it around like wildfire, because you're gonna need every single opportunity that you can get. It takes a while to earn a sale. It really does. I would say on average, I wouldn't expect to close a deal for the first 6 months to a year. What really helped me, and why I emphasize telling people now that you're being a real estate agent, I met a woman, her name's Leslie. She was a customer at First Watch. She came in probably 4 days a week for breakfast, and we became great friends. She's such a sweet person. I love her, and I'm so thankful for her, because since I told her what my future plans were, There was at one point where I came into work and she asked me, how close are you to getting your license? Because I have a client for you. It's someone I worked with before. They want to sell their house and I don't really work in that area anymore. And when you're new, you're going to take whatever you can get. Doesn't matter if it's a 30-minute drive or not. You need it. You need clients under your belt. You need sales under your belt. You need reviews. So I was obviously blown away and super grateful. And I had a listing day one of being a real estate agent, but it took me until December to close it. And I put it on the market in April. That will be another video as well. But I did close another one before that, and I closed that deal in August. So it still took me 5 months before I closed a deal. And it wasn't a lot. It was helpful because I got my initial, investment back and then some. My biggest tips, number one, be prepared. Number one, be prepared for the upfront costs and be prepared to not close a deal for 6 months to a year from the time that you get your license and join a brokerage. It takes a while. So make sure you have as much money as you possibly can saved. Maybe you're gonna have to keep your 9 to 5 for a little while or keep your part-time job. I kept my waitressing job for probably a year and a half before I got into real estate full time, and start networking to every single person you know and meet now. I hope you enjoyed. I'm so awkward. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or anything like that, please drop a comment below, and I will see you next time.